One of the most common things that ruins a relationship that would have worked out is the fact that people realize they love you a little bit too late. Sometimes they leave you thinking that they don't love you. They treat you thinking that they don't love you. But the reason why is because they do love you, but the feeling of love is suppressed. Why? Because of overexposure, because of our own insecurities, because of our habit of pushing people away. And so a lot of relationships could have worked out if you would have done certain things that made them realize they love you. Sometimes they realize it too late, after they messed up, after they hurt you, after they turned you off, or vice versa. So it isn't just as important to make people fall in love with you, as it's also important to make them realize that they love you. Because that's when they all of a sudden start treating you differently. They realize they have something of value. And that's why absence is so important, because that's the first one, right? Moments of absence will make them realize what's already there. In other words, it's like oxygen, right? It's moments of absence, right? Oxygen is what you need to create a fire. If you need to create a fire, what you need is not to put more material, which in this case are time, more presence. What you need is to give it space, blow on that shit, right? And allow the oxygen to create embers, to create the fire. And the more oxygen it has, the more the fire spreads. And that's the same thing with love, is that your love might be too overwhelming, right? Your attention might be too overwhelming, and they may have everything that they need for love, right? The material for fire. But because you don't give them space, they never experience that. And they may end up being turned off by your creepy, energy, right? And now we're going to watch a scene from the movie Castaway where Tom Hanks is trying to create fire. And notice how this is a perfect analogy for why creating space allows people to realize that they love you. Watch this, okay? So right now he is trying to make fire, right? Now this is, you meet someone, this is when you meet someone, you like them. You're like, oh, they're cute, right? They got the space, they have the right material. There's potential here, right? Now, this is the interaction you guys have, right? This is the emotions you guys have. The feelings you guys have for each other. And now this is the time you guys spend together. You guys are going on dates. You guys are feeling each other. You're sensing each other's presence. You're talking. You don't know whether or not they're perfect for each other, but you feel something. You like each other, right? And you feel some chemistry, right? But as soon as you feel chemistry, the first thing you have to do once you feel chemistry is create space. You blow on it, motherfucker, right? You blow. Now the fire is creating. The solution here is not to bother them with your presence, not call them more, see them more. The solution is to see them a little bit less for a short period of time, right? Notice how most of the work was really working. And then right at the end, you pull away, right? Once you feel like they're falling, you give them some space to fall, right? And this space is and that's how the fire is created. Now you're getting married, and now you're getting divorced, people. Yeah, that's right. By the way, if you guys are dating someone and you don't know, and you want to make them realize that they love you, or you want to make somebody fall in love, or maybe they're taking you for granted, and you want to apply some of the strategies that I speak in this video, but you don't know how to do it because your situation is unique and different. No, I haven't made a video about your situation. None of my 3,000 videos fit your situation. So because of that, you got to talk to Father Alex. Well, you could do that today by clicking on the description down below where it says work with Father Alex one-on-one. And there you guys will be able to book a one-on-one coaching call with me today, okay? And there you have me on the phone, not an AI, not an assistant from the Philippines, none of that shit. You'll be able, or Mexico, you'll be able to work with me today, okay? I've seen a lot of results, and the beauty about working with me, it's not that you're gonna learn something new, but that you're actually gonna do it because you're paying for it. That's really the key. Like, people actually do what I say. It's like, you watch all of these free videos and you didn't do. Now, for some reason, you pay and now you do it. Well, because that's how people work. All right. So click in the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one, and you will literally have me on the phone today with Father Alex. That's right. Let's continue with the video. So realizing how much they miss the person when they are apart, right, can be a strong indicator of love, right? And the reason why that works is because love needs space to realize love itself. That's just how it is. Without space, you can never realize how much you value someone. Okay. And usually the way that you do this is why I tell people when you first meet people, see them once a week in the beginning, right? And then slowly ramp it up, right? And then after like a month or two, take a small step back, right? Cancel a few plans here and there, right? Be a little bit more busy at work. What would happen is that the mind will start blaming itself. It becomes insecure, right? And when that happens, all of a sudden, they'll start to fantasize about you. And if they actually are in love, they'll notice that the fantasies are just unbelievably strong fantasies with eye contact and a sense of comfort and familiarity, right? It's particularly the strong eye contact part. This part is the indicator that they're falling in love with you. That in your absence, when they start imagining you, they're not just imagining you with the feeling of liking you, right? No, because that energy will create more of like a superficial imagination, right? But when love is fueling the fantasies, which fantasies can only happen in your absence, they'll notice that the fantasies tend to be more intimate, more eye contact, more touching. Even when they touch you in the fantasies, there's like an electricity to the touching. And that's only fueled by love. And that's when they realize that they love you in your absence. The next strategy is using weakness. Now, this is the thing, okay? Is that we are pretty much essentially turning sympathy into love, right? And the reason why it's this, people have a desire to help those who are in need, to help those who are weak. And if somebody has some attraction towards you, they find you attractive in any way, shape, or form, you showing weakness, you showing vulnerability, you showing a need to be helped, even crying, people cannot just remain neutral. They can't be impartial to you. They cannot see you and just feel nothing, right? The sadness, the weakness will cause them to want to do things for you.
By the way, if you guys enjoy my videos, but you guys want more new edited videos, because these channels, we post older videos, check out my new channel, Mindful Attraction For Real. We have highly edited videos, longer form, and we're only planning to post once a week, right? We're also going to be having a studio there too. So if you guys enjoy high quality Alex, we're going deeper into the topic. And to help with the algorithm, check out the channel by clicking on the description down below, or in the comment section, it's pinned. See you guys inside.
Things that they usually wouldn't do on the without it, right? They'll want to help. They'll want to help, right? And what you and this tends to bond people to you, right? When they see you weak, it'll also tell them how much they like you. Because think about it, right? If somebody sees you cry and still remains neutral, what does that say about how they feel about you? What do you think that says? That's not a good sign, right? So even crying using tears sparingly right, will cause people to feel a sense of sympathy that can potentially turn into love, right? But the problem is that if you cry and they seem annoyed by you, that's a red flag. That says that maybe you play that card too much, that maybe they kind of see through your manipulations if they seem annoyed at your tears. And I've been around people who, when they cry, I'm like, oh fuck, here we go again. Here comes the tears, right? So remember, it creates a desire to sympathize, right? So it could turn sadness, depression into love, right? And it's almost like when you see a child who's hurt, a child who needs help. you can't help but feel something when someone is vulnerable. Now, if somebody doesn't give a fuck when you're in a vulnerable state, meaning if they don't react to you, maybe they're a psychopath, sociopath, narcissistic, or they truly just don't like you, or maybe you play that game a little bit too much. Okay. um so remember, show weakness, and this is why I encourage people, man, don't be afraid to show your emotions, right? You could use your weaknesses, your psychological weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, your situational weakness as a tool for power, right? Now, the problem with this is that some people are really good at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are really good at manipulating people. So you'll notice that if somebody's using this to manipulate you, you like, a lot of people just cannot stop doing this, so they keep doing the crying strategy, right? So you got to be careful with that. Now the next strategy. Next strategy is moments of conflict, right? Moments of conflict tells people how much they value you. When you're having a conflict with someone, your willingness to work it out will indicate to you how much you like someone. Naturally, when there's conflict with people that we don't know too much, we usually don't even bother, and we usually stop interacting with them and we leave them. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But in relationships, a lot of the times when we encounter conflict, which means disagreements, incompatibility, maybe we don't communicate well, conflict tends to create a fear in people, especially in the first few conflict, because you might think that they might leave you, right? You're afraid that maybe let me put this right here, that if you express your boundaries, they'll leave. But what happens is the opposite. Through conflict, it shows you how much they like you, and if they actually stay, right, they actually stay and deal with the conflict, to them it'll create a sense of, like, it's almost like a country that's at war. The war actually unites people, right? And the reconciliation process of fighting, disagreeing, going through those uncomfortable conversations, trying to fix it and actually fixing it, creates battle scars, like not battle scars, but like morale for an army, like an army that fights together and wins wars, right? An army that fights together and wins wars are more united afterwards, right? And this tends to increase the feeling of love that you guys have for each other, and it tends to reveal to the person how much they love you, right? So conflict will arise in every relationship, and when that happens, you shouldn't run away from it. It is your moment to shine. It is your moment to show the person how much they like you, right? So that's why if somebody's being disrespectful or they do something you don't like, you have to bring it up, because bringing it up will allow them to see and self-reflect and see how much they feel about you. Conflict reveals intense emotions. Conflict reveals emotions that are usually suppressed because of daily habitual seeing you, right? When I see you every day, you grow habitual to life. Like you don't know how miraculous this is until you almost die, and then you realize how intensely psychedelic this experience of living is. But the psychedelic aspect of it is reduced the more we're exposed to reality, and so we tend to get too overexposed with our partners, which is natural. This is how you actually end up loving them. And the way to use what you already have, in other words, the comfort that you develop, is what you use to create the love after conflict. In other words, the comfort, familiarity. I could predict you. Conflict, what the fuck? I can't predict this. I did not see this coming. I want to go back to the comfort that we had. Conflict has resolved. Now we're back together, but I'm happier that you're back, because it's almost like almost dying. You hold on to it more, right? So the comfort, the familiarity, the habitualness of seeing you, the boredom of it, right, is what is used when conflict happens, because then you're gonna realize how beautiful those boring moments were, right? So that's one thing, conflict. The next moments when people realize that they love you is acts of kindness, right? And this is when you give them a gift that they said something a few weeks ago. They like Teletubbies, they like the yellow Teletubby, and then you gave them a gift of a yellow Teletubby, right? Or maybe you know that they like a certain food, specifically type of food, and then a few weeks later, you make it for them, right? Or maybe they told you how they wanted to see this movie, and then you bring them that movie with their favorite food and their favorite dinner, right? These things are little moments when people notice that you're paying attention, right? When that you're paying attention to detail, people feel so flattered. One second. They feel so flattered that you notice those little details that they tend to fall in love with you, right? They tend to fall in love when they notice that you like a certain type of food, and for some reason they always have a storage of your favorite type of food. You don't even need to ask, right? Why? Because that's when people start noticing that they don't love you anymore. When you notice that they stop doing the little things, right? Oh my God, they used to bring me that pudding every morning. I never asked for it, but the pudding was always there. And as soon as one day I woke up and the pudding wasn't there, and I realized this relationship could be over. I know it sounds crazy, but the little things it's almost like a regressive action. Be, the school morning effect. That's when your parents make you dinner, when you wake up in the morning and your parents have everything ready for you. They have all of the details, the notes for school, their favorite food, your favorite lunch, a little note for you, or the pencil, or the everything is there. And you feel like almost like a child when you are a child, but it just feels comfortable. You're like, yes. And when we date people, we want to go back to those experiences where our parents gave us everything we need in a detailed way. And one of the ways that people realize they love you is when they notice, they're like, oh my God, my keys are always, just how I always forget my keys. Oh my God, my keys are always there and they know I forget my keys, so they always put it there. And it's like, thank you, I appreciate that, right? The little things, right? But not only the little moments are right. So it's you got to have both. It's not just the little moments, right? You should also pay attention to the big moments too, right? You should not underestimate them. So the big moments are anniversaries, birthdays, special holidays. Those are the moments when people realize how much they love you. So you have to be able to embrace it. Birthday parties, maybe dog's birthday, fucking like a little dog's birthday. That's fucking crazy. I know, right? Crazy to know that, but if you know that, you're gaining some points if they actually like dogs, or a cat if you're a fucking weirdo, right? All right, if you guys enjoyed that video, you guys are gonna like my new course. It's called the Commitment Blueprint. It's a course that I created for women who are struggling with finding themselves in situationships, finding themselves with men who like them but don't want to commit, finding themselves with giving too much and not getting much in return. And the beauty about getting commitment is that it has nothing to do with about your looks, and more to do about your strategy. Like, I've seen women apply these strategies and get married and have kids and have long lasting relationships. Why? Because the strategies that I'm going to teach on this course is based on pure psychology. I've been working on this for the past 2 years. For the past 2 years. And I've every time I make a promise on my courses, if you guys have gotten my courses, you guys know I over deliver, right? And the reason why I made this course is because a lot of ladies watch my videos, and unfortunately, you guys give too much. You guys love too hard, and that attracts the wrong energy. So it's really about learning how to manage this energy. You're gonna attract different types of guys by learning how to control that energy, right? And if you don't believe me, well, guess what? You can find all of these reviews of women who have taken my courses and have achieved the promises in my courses. And look, the beauty about it is that you can pre-order this course for $75 rather than $99. And when the course comes out and you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. I'll give you your money back if you don't like it, and you have 30 days to get your money back. But I'm telling you, I guarantee that if you do exactly what the score says, you will find commitment. And above all, you're gonna stop wasting your time with the wrong guys. Because at the end of the day, to find the right guy, it's all about filtering the wrong guys. Eventually, the right guys will filter through. if you just apply what the course says. It'll break the negative pattern of being attracted to guys that are not into commitment. I'm telling you, there's a reason why you attract guys who are not committed. It's because there's a pattern and you're not aware of it. And sometimes you need someone like Father Alex to show you these patterns and in order to break it. Like I've seen it many times before. Okay. So just pre-order right now on the description down below. I like to think this is going to be my best course I've ever done in my life. I have that feeling, especially with all the research that I've done, you're going to get results, guaranteed, or your money back. Anyways, take care.